Hey, in today's tutorial, I am going to help you build a complete online course-based website using WordPress, WooCommerce, and only free plugins. We are going to use Tutor LMS, and I will show you how to build this website out without spending a single dollar on anything paid except for your domain name and your hosting. Okay, so there are two prerequisites before you start watching this tutorial. You must have either an actual domain name or a test domain name, or even a temporary link that many of the hosting providers provide. So that's step number one. And you should have a hosting provider where you can install WordPress. So once you've installed a completely blank version of WordPress, just follow along with this tutorial and I'll show you how we can get it done. So let's take a quick look at how this website is going to look like. Okay, so here I am at the home page and we are going to build this home page. As you see, there's a top menu which has the link to the home page and all courses page and the contact page. So I'm going to make this very easy and basic for beginners to start, and you can of course add on with this. The benefits of this is going to be, so let's first scroll down the home page. You see we have a hero portion. Below that you have the courses that you have. So I'm going to show you how to build a free course which you can use as a lead magnet, and your visitors can subscribe, attend the free course, and then they can upgrade to the paid course. Below that, you have the homepage details, testimonials, and then you have the footer. So that's going to be a homepage. Then we are going to build up this all courses page where you can have a headline and a subheadline, and below that, whatever courses you put up is going to be auto-populated here. So as I said, in this tutorial, we are only going to make two courses, one free and one paid. And if you continue to add more courses, they will automatically be populated here. Then we have the contact page. Now this is an important page. If somebody has any doubts, your prospects, then they would want a method where they can reach out to you. So that is where we are going to build out this contact page for them. Okay, and these are the three pages. Now let's go to the all courses page. Let's first click on the free course. I'm going to open it in a new tab so I can show you. And here this free course is going to look like this. There's an introduction video where you have some details provided at the bottom, and there is the lessons which we have. Now you can add unlimited lessons here. There is no restriction. For the sake of this tutorial, I've just added two topics, introduction and advanced, and I've added two video lessons on top of them. Underneath each of them, you can have video lessons, text lessons, audio lessons, and you can also have quizzes and assignments here. Now, if your prospects, visitors who are browsing here, they click on the Enroll Now button, a pop-up is going to open, a default pop-up. If they have already registered an account with you, if they are an existing customer or an existing subscriber, they can just fill up their email address, password, and they can sign in using this pop-up. If they do not have an account yet, then they will need to click on this Register Now button. And once they click on it, they're going to be taken to a different page called Student Registration, where they need to fill up these basic details. Now, since we are using a free version of everything in order to build this up, now this is not the best option. Okay, as you can see, every visitor now has to go and fill in multiple fields, but it's free, and make do with this. When you are ready, we can upgrade, and I will have a separate tutorial on how you can make it even better user experience. But for that, you will have to get some pro plugins. Okay, I'm going to make a separate tutorial. So click on the link below in the description box. If I've already made that video, you'll be able to see it. And if I've not made, then please subscribe, like to this video, so I can show you how you can make this user experience even better. Okay, so that's how your user experience is going to be. So we can fill it up with some details here. And once you register, you are going to be taken back to this free course page, and then you will have access to this particular free course. Okay, so let's do that right now. I'm going to enroll as a free user. Now, this is the most frustrating part of this experience. You see, every new visitor has to click or give a username. And if this username has already been taken, then they have to find out another one. Okay, but let me give something here. And let's give some password. As you see, I registered for a free account, and immediately I've been given access to this free course. So I can start learning. And I go directly into the lesson pages, and I can go and access these lessons. Okay, so that's how we access the free course. Now let's go here. Let's open up the paid course in another tab. And now I can buy this paid course. So the paid course has also the similar layout. There's an introduction video. There's this details where your prospects can get an understanding of what your paid course is going to be. And once they are ready, they click on the Add to Cart. They are taken to the cart page. They click on Proceed to Checkout. and then they have to fill up this default checkout field that WooCommerce provides. Now, once again, as I said, this is excellent for free. You do not need to pay anything, but this is not the most optimum user experience. So whenever you are ready to upgrade to a little bit of pro, and if you're really serious about conversions and you want to take your online course business to the next level and make real serious sales, then please first of all follow and like this video and follow my channel. And you will also be able to find, I'm going to make a tutorial on how you can use pro plugins and make this a completely different experience for your students. And that is only for course creators or coaches who are ready to invest a little bit in the pro plugins. So you can fill up the details here. Let's give in something. Okay, we have some details here. And if you have Stripe, PayPal integrated, then you will be able to see those options here. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just using the default cash on delivery option, and I can place an order. You see, I've been taken to the thank you page. This customer has been taken to the thank you page. Now, since this customer has used the cash on delivery option, the order is not automatically going to be completed, and he will not be given access to the paid course as yet. Okay. So in that case, what I need to do is, as an administrator, since this is an cash on delivery option, what I need to do is I need to come here, and inside the order section, I need to click on here, and then I need to mark this manually as completed. Okay. But if I'm going to use Stripe, PayPal, or any other payment gateway as one of my methods of collecting money, then once your prospect pays and he becomes a client, he will be given automatic access to the paid course. So since now I have marked this order as complete, let's go back, and now I am here as the test user. I can go back to the all courses page. I'm going to open up the paid course page, and you see I've already been given access to the paid course now. And once I click on it, I'll be able to access these courses. And all of this I'm going to show you how to build for free. So once again, like this video, follow this channel for expert help on how to sell more courses, how to sell more coaching, and how to use WordPress to the best possible effort so that you stop wasting money on third-party expensive SaaS platforms and use WordPress to scale your online business. My name is Sriram. I am the founder and CEO of 5x Sales Funnel. We are an expert in WordPress and building sales funnels for online course creators and coaches. So let's get right into it. Step one is to install a fresh WordPress on the domain of your choice. So here, as you will see, I have already done a fresh installation. This is my URL. And what I'm going to do now is go into the backend of my website. And I can do that by clicking into the URL box and selecting WP admin after my domain URL. I press enter. I'm taken into the login page, and I will input the admin credentials that I have. I select remember me, and I go into login. So here, as you see, I am into the backend of my WordPress dashboard, and this is the name of the site. So now we are going to do a couple of important things. Now, as most of you are probably aware, or if you don't know, then WordPress has two important components that is needed for its functionality. The first component is the plugins, and this is modules of codes that we can add in order to build up the functionality of a website. And the second module that we have is called themes, which is under the appearance tab. And themes give the visual design of your website itself. So what we are going to do is install a particular theme, and then for adding functionalities, we will be adding multiple plugins. Okay, so let's go into appearance and themes first. And by default, when you install WordPress, you will have these themes installed. And what I'm going to do is click on the add new theme button, and I'm going to search for Astra. Astra, as you can see, is a very popular plugin. It has more than 5 million installations, and as I will show you, it's very easy to design a course-based website using Astra. So let's click on install here, wait for the installation to complete. That took about 10 seconds, and then I click on the activate. Okay, so our Astra theme is activated. What I'm going to do is click on the remaining themes that were pre-installed, and I'm going to delete them. So there is this delete button at the bottom. Delete, click OK. This is just to encourage good housekeeping. We want to keep our WordPress as clean as possible and minimal. So remove things that are not essential for you. Right? Okay. We have the Astra theme installed. let's now get into the plugins tab on the left bar. I'm going to click on plugins. That opens up the plugin dashboard. There are two pre-installed plugins. I'm not going to use them, so I'm going to click on delete and apply. Okay, so I have a blank WordPress plugin dashboard. Next, we are going to install a few important plugins that we will need in order to build our course website. So let's click on add new. The first plugin that we are going to add is Elementor. This is going to be useful for building and designing our pages. So use the first tab that is available here, click on install now, and please be patient for 10 or 15 seconds while this plugin is installed on your website. All right, so Elementor is installed. I'm not going to click on activate right now. I will first, since I'm on the add new plugins tab, I'm going to install all the plugins that I need. So after Elementor is installed, I am going to search for Tutor. And that gives us the Tutor LMS plugin. This plugin gives you the functionality of adding courses, lessons, quizzes, and assignments. We are going to click on install now. Tutor LMS is installed. I'm also going to click on the next plugin which is displayed here, which is Tutor LMS Elementor add-ons. This is going to help us design our Tutor LMS course pages using the Elementor page builder. Okay, so these two plugins are installed. I am going to go into the search bar and search for WooCommerce. WooCommerce is the plugin that we are going to use, or this is going to give us the functionality of adding products and also giving us the cart page and the checkout page so that your prospects can actually pay you money and then we can give them access to the courses. So let's install it. That took about 20 seconds. The WooCommerce plugin is installed. Now we will also need to have a certain payment gateway so that you can collect payments from your customers. If you are going to use Stripe, then I recommend install the WooCommerce Stripe payment gateway. WooCommerce also has the PayPal payment gateway. Install that. If you are in some other country and you have a dedicated payment integration, then be sure to search for that and install that on this website. So for the sake of this demo tutorial, I'm not going to install either Stripe or PayPal. I'm going to use the default test payment gateway, which is cash on delivery, so that I don't have to show that to you. I have a dedicated tutorial available on how you can install your Stripe payment gateway, or just go to YouTube and search for WooCommerce Stripe payment plugin, and you will find a lot of tutorials available for you to figure out how you can install and integrate a payment gateway. So WooCommerce is done. Next, we are going to come onto the search bar and I'm going to search for the word fluent. Now, there are three plugins that I recommend that you download and install. The first plugin is called Fluent SMTP. This plugin is required in order for you to send emails to your subscribers and your customers after they have placed an order. Okay, and I will be showing you later how you can integrate with an email service provider. So let's click on install now. So that is installed. I will also install the next nearby plugin, which is Contact Form plugin by Fluent Forms. This plugin we are going to use in our contact us page, as well as you can also use them if you want to collect additional information from your clients. So Fluent Form has been installed. I am also going to install this plugin called Fluent CRM. This is a CRM plugin, which means that any customers that this plugin can be also used for email marketing, as well as sending newsletters to your audience. They can be subscribers or your paid customers. Okay, so we are also going to click install now on Fluent CRM. Okay, and the final plugin that we are going to install is called Starter Templates. Okay, this gives us an easy way to build up our website. We do not have to do everything from scratch, and this starter template has been built by Brainstorm Force. Click on install now. So now we have all the plugins that we need. Come back to the plugins tab and click on installed plugins. That brings us to the list of all the plugins that we have, and we can now activate each one by one, or you can select the bulk activation plugin, select activate from the drop-down box and click on apply. So all the plugins are installed. Next, we come into appearance and click on the starter templates. And that brings us to Astra's starter templates. You see this button called build your website now. Click on that button. It's asking you which page builder are you going to use. We are using Elementor, so we select Elementor here, and it gives us some ready-made templates that are available in Astra. Now, I understand that many of the well-designed or beautifully aesthetically designed templates are under the premium tag, so we can't use those, but we have certain templates that will give us a very decent appearance even using the free templates. So I am searching for the word course here, and as soon as I come here, there are certain course templates that are already here. Some of them are premium, of course. I'm not going to use them. Fancy, pick up whatever fits your fancy. For the sake of this tutorial, I am going to go with this template called online courses. I click on it, and that gives me a demo or a preview of how this site is going to look like once I am ready with it. It's also asking me on the left side if I have a logo to be uploading. If I have, I can upload. For this, I'm going to skip it right now. I'm going to skip and continue. It's also asking me that if I want some pre-selected colors. So you will see that if I select a different color here, the buttons will change, the background color changes. Okay, so you can play around with these, but for the sake of this, I am going to stick with the default color. I'm also going to stick with the default fonts, and I can always go and change them later. I'm going to click on continue, and it says that these two plugins are required. Now we are using Tutor LMS and not LearnDash, so we will ignore this and click on skip and start importing. And then you don't need to fill up all these steps. Let's also decheck the share non-sensitive data and submit and build the website. And Astra is off to building it. It will take a few seconds, probably 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. Let it do its job, and I will pause the video now and come back once the site has been imported. Okay, looks like our site is ready. It took exactly 1.6 minutes to build. Let's click on the view your website button. That's going to open up in a new tab. And as you can see, our site is exactly looking the way it was showing in the preview. Now there are of course certain shortcodes which is related to LearnDash, and that is why it's not being displayed properly, but we will remove all this and we will add in the Tutor LMS shortcodes here. Okay, but overall we have a few pages that have already been added to the top menu, the all courses page. Then we have the about us page, the instructors, pricing, contact, and there is a button also here, which looks cool. So we have our site ready, and that saves our time in order to design everything from scratch. I encourage you to press F12 on your keyboard, and then on this developer console, click on this mobile toggle device, and you can select responsive, or you can select a specific screen size of a mobile phone, and you'll be able to see that all these pages that come with the starter templates are mobile responsive as well, which makes it much more easier for us to design. So we don't have to worry about the design. We only need to go into the content of it, and we can edit the text. We can edit the testimonials as you see here, or we can edit the headlines and the subheadings. Okay, so we do not need to worry about how the website is going to look on mobiles, tablets, or on the desktop. All right, so let me close that. I'm back to the desktop option now, and let's go back to the backend so that we start going into the other aspects of our website design. So here I am at the backend. I'm going to exit to the dashboard. All right, I'm at the backend dashboard of the website. Let's get on with the settings of this website. So the first thing we'll do is come to the left sidebar, come down to settings, and go to general settings. Now in the general settings, put on the name of your site title, put on a tagline, make sure that the URL here has the HTTPS to it. Okay, it should be secured. Then make sure your administration email address is correct. Select your membership as anyone can register. If this is unchecked, make sure that you check it. Come down and select your time zone. I've already done it here, and I don't think anything else needs to be changed. Let's go and save changes here. Then come on to Elementor and click on the Elementor Settings. Now under Elementor Settings, make sure that all the options here are completely checked, because you might be needing Elementor in order to design all these pages like the courses, the lessons, the assignments, or even the Elementor head and footer. Let's save changes. Now once those two are done, let's move on into Tutor LMS and go into Tutor LMS Settings. Let's go back to Tutor LMS Settings page. Let's scroll down individual pieces, and I'm going to quickly show you the most important settings that you need to do. Now, when you have time, please go into and explore each of these options once again. Let's scroll down here. The dashboard page has been selected. Terms and conditions. If you create a page called terms and conditions, you can come here and set it here. Then we do not, if you are going to enable the marketplace, this is going to allow you to have multiple instructors selling their own courses. For this tutorial, I'm not doing that, so I'll keep it switched off. I'm also going to keep the other two switched off here, because I'm going to be the only instructor. Let's go into the course tab on the left. Students must be logged in to view course under course visibility. I'll keep it switched off. Course content access, allow instructors and admins to view the course content without enrolling. You can switch it on or you can keep it off. If you switch it on, then you don't need to enroll as an admin. You can just go and view the lessons whenever it's ready. So I'll switch it on. Auto redirect to courses. When a user's WooCommerce order is auto completed, they will be redirected to enrolled courses. We don't want this to be on. We will design our thank you pages with buttons that will lead the learner to the respective courses. Spotlight mode, I enable this to be on. This will give a distraction-free experience to your learners when they are in the lesson room. Autocomplete course, yes, we can switch that on. Now the course completion process, you could keep it flexible or strict. Please go through. I'll keep it flexible for this point. Course retake, I'll allow my students to retake the courses when they want. And publish course review on admin's approval. Let's switch that on too. We can also switch on the WP or the WordPress editor for lesson editing. We will do that. Automatically load next course content. We can switch that on. Enable lesson comment. We can also keep it on if you want individual lesson comments. If you don't want that, switch it off. Then these are settings for quiz. Now for this tutorial, I'm not going to delve too much into the quiz option here. So I'll leave it at default. Then we have this video option where it's asking us what are your preferred video sources. So for this case, I'm going to select YouTube, embedded, and also the shortcode. Okay. I'll keep these three on and I will use whichever I want. So I save the changes first. Then let's go into monetization. We are going to select WooCommerce as our default monetization engine. Then it says automatically complete WooCommerce orders. We'll say yes. Then we have the direct of fees. These are for multi-instructors. It doesn't make sense for this tutorial, so I'll leave them at default. I'll save the changes. Then let's go into the design option and we can scroll down, check all the design options that are there. I am happy with the default options that are there. And I'm not going to delve too much into the individual smaller minor details as the color schemes. We can always come back here and change multiple color schemes. Okay. So we are going to use the Tutor native player for YouTube. I'll select that on and click on Save Changes. And then finally, we have the Advanced tab. We don't want the Gutenberg editor because we are going to use Elementor. So I'll switch that off. Hide course products on shop page. I'll keep most of the options here as detailed. I won't select anything here. And let's go through enable tutor login. We can switch it on for the moment and that's it. So nothing to change here. And with that, we are done with our default Tutor LMS general settings. Now we can go to the courses page. We can go to the courses page and we are going to add courses. Now there are two courses that I'm going to show you in this tutorial. First course is going to be a free course. I'm going to click on add new and I'm going to call this course free course. Okay, now you can give it whatever name you want, and I'll keep it free course. I can add in some demo text here. I can also add in the excerpt, and we can keep the course type as free. Now, as you can see in the course general settings, you can also enable the number of students that you want to allow for this course. If it's set to 0, that means it's unlimited. Similarly, you can select the difficulty level. I'll keep it at beginner for the free course. And now, if you make it a public course, this means that no one even needs to enroll. People can just walk into the lesson room and watch it. But if you want to restrict this behind a gateway, at least for people to give their email address, then please don't select this. You can enable Q&A section if you want. I'm going to leave it off for this point. Then we have the course builder. And here is where you add topics. Topics are groups or categories of lessons. So I'm going to click a topic and I'm going to say introduction as my first topic. And under each topic, I can add lessons. So I can click on a lesson. It's going to ask me what's the name of this lesson. So I'll say basic introduction. Okay, and I can add certain points here. I can select a video source at the bottom. And for this case, I'm going to select YouTube. I'm going to select one URL that I have pre-populated. You can also include the time of that particular video. So let's say this video is for 5 minutes. I'm going to select that and say update lesson. We can also add lesson number 2 here. I'll call this next steps. I can scroll down. If I want, I can add some text which will appear below the video. I can once again select which video source I want. I'll select YouTube. Let's say this video is for only 3 minutes. I'm going to select a video URL and then click on update lesson. So I have 2 lessons under introduction. I can also add a quiz if I want, but I'm going to move on and create another topic, which is going to be called advanced. Okay. I add that second topic, and under the second topic, once again, I can add multiple lessons. So I call this advanced details 1, scroll down, select YouTube as my source, select a URL, and let's say this is 15 minutes in length. I update the lesson. Similarly, I can add more lessons, more quizzes as I want, and I can also create topics. So with Tutor LMS, you can create unlimited number of topics and lessons for your courses. Okay. Now, next, what I'm going to do is let's scroll down and see if there's anything else. If you want to add a video for the course introduction, you can do that. I'm going to select another YouTube video, give that URL and let it be here. Then what I'm going to do is also add in certain details, dummy text for the moment, for this free course as the description, excerpt, etc. So give me a few seconds while I copy paste the dummy text. So here it's asking me what will you learn, and it says that you should write the benefits of this course, 1 in each line. So I'm going to say benefit number 1. Then we can write the target audience. I'm going to call it audience number 1. You will of course fill this with the exact details that you want. You can also fill in the total course duration if you know it. So let's say this is going to be a 4-hour course. Click it like that. Then add in the materials that you're going to give it: PDF, videos, audios, text. Okay. And you can also add in any requirements if you're going to give that. So I'm going to just say requirement number 1. To requirement 3. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to scroll up and I'm going to publish this course. And if you want to view the course, you see that the URL is already here. I'm going to copy this or right click on it and open it in a new tab. And this is how your course page is looking by default. Now, what I don't like about the course page is that it's in a boxed container layout. Okay, this is coming from the default Astra theme. So I'll go back to the edit course page here, and under Astra settings, I'm going to go into the content layout and select full width and stretched. I could also disable the mobile header, the title, etc. And you can also disable the footer, which will make your course page look absolutely clean. Okay, let's see how it looks like. So I updated it. Let's go back to the course page and I'm going to refresh the page. And as you see, our course page is looking much more cleaner, much leaner. It's very optimized for conversions, and whatever videos you added for the introduction, as well as the text that you added in your descriptions, etc., these are going to appear the way as is being shown. And the course list is also going to be appearing here. Now we can also edit this entire page with Elementor by clicking on the Edit with Elementor button. That opens up the Elementor page builder. I'm going to switch this off. And as you can see, each and every element of this page has been designed with certain sections. And you could come in if you don't want this entire widget, select that widget. If you don't want the wish list and the star ratings, you can delete it. And your website can be, your course page can be individually designed the way you want it using the Elementor page builder. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to click on update. Go back to the page, refresh it, and as you will see, this star mark has gone away. Okay, so that is how my page is looking now. I'm happy with it, and let's get into building out the functionality of the next course, which is going to be a paid course. All right, I'm back into the dashboard here. Let's go into Tutor LMS courses. Now this time I'm going to build up a paid course. I'm going to call this first paid course. Now, once again, I'm going to fill up dummy text if you have. Okay, this one I can call it as an intermediate level course. And for now, I'm going to select this as a paid product. Now, once you select this course as paid, it's asking you to select a product, which is what is being integrated with WooCommerce. But for the moment, we have not gone into WooCommerce and set it up. So later, when we set up a product on WooCommerce, we are going to come and link it to this particular course. So right now, as you see, our drop-down box is completely empty because we have not created any products. Okay, and similar to the free course, you can come in and you can add new topics as well as courses. Okay, so I'm going to keep it very, very short, and I'm going to just call it introduction one more time. And I'm going to just have lesson 1 and lesson 2. I'm going to populate it with a YouTube video. And I'm going to keep it to just one lesson for this so that I don't waste any more of your time in showing you how to build lessons. We want to quickly go into building out the functionality and see how we can make sure that a paid product can be purchased and a course can be accessed by your customers. So once that is done, let's scroll up. Let's click on publish. You could once again click on the Edit with Elementor button and design the whole course page with your Elementor page builder. I'm going to take a quick look. Once again, this page has the box layout. So I'm going to scroll down here into the content layout, disable the primary header, the mobile header, the title, and also in the content layout, I'm going to say full width and stretched. Scroll up, click on update, refresh the front end, and my course page is ready for the paid course. I can scroll down to the bottom. Since I did not add an intro video, I can do that as well. Selected an intro video here, clicked on update, came to the front end and refresh the page. And as you can see, I have my paid course as well as ready. Now, since I am logged in and I am an administrator, this is the reason that it's actually enabling me to see the Start Learning button. But if I select this page and I click on an incognito window on Chrome and I paste the same URL, you will see that it's not allowing me to see the Start Learning button, but it's asking me to enroll. And the reason it's asking me to enroll is because we have not yet linked a product to it. Once we link a product to it, this button will change to add to cart. Okay, and I'll show you once we do it. So that is how you need to do your testing of your site. You need to test it as an incognito. That means as the guest visitor, and you can also test it as a logged in visitor. All right, let's close this for the moment. Next, let's go into WooCommerce and go into WooCommerce settings. So we enable the e-commerce functionality of this website. Now under the general tab, make sure that you add in your address line, your country, business, country residence, add in all the details that you need. And if you have any specific locations that you will or will not sell, make sure that you select them from these drop-down boxes. If you want to enable tax collection, you can enable that as well. There are separate YouTube tutorials available where you can see how you can enable multiple or different tax calculations for various countries. I recommend that you keep the enable use of coupon codes on, select the currency that you want, and click on Save Changes. Next, let's go into products. There are multiple tabs available here, and you can say that add to cart behavior. I'll select this as on, which means that anytime anybody adds a cart, I don't want them to refresh to the same page, but they should be directly taken to the cart page. Okay. If you want, you can disable product reviews at this point in time because everything is going to be course sales. And we have more tabs available here, but since we are only selling digital products, I don't think we need to go into any of these. Shipping is also not required because it's a digital product. Let's go into payments. And right now you see that I do not have any payment gateways. That's because I did not install Stripe, PayPal, or any other payment gateway. If you have installed Stripe, PayPal, or any other, then you'll be able to see them here. Now, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to stick to cash on delivery. So I'm going to switch that on and I'm going to save changes. Then I go into accounts and privacy. And here we are going to select a few options. So the first thing is I am going to allow customers to place orders without an account because I do not want to restrict anyone from buying. Then I'm going to allow customers to log into an existing account. If they have already subscribed and they have an account in the website, then I want to allow them to log in. I also want to allow customers to create an account during checkout. Okay. And then when creating an account, I want WooCommerce to automatically generate a username based on the name, surname, and the email. Okay. And then I want, you can keep this on as well, that when clients or subscribers or prospects create an account, they will automatically get a link on their email through which they can set a new password. I don't need to touch anything else. I'm going to save changes. Then these other tabs like emails, integrations, and advanced is not something that you need at this point in time. So I recommend that you do not need to touch them. So all the order emails are automatically going to be populated. We can, of course, go and change them individually later on. Okay. So we have our WooCommerce settings ready. Next, what we need to do is go into the products tab here and click on it. And here we are going to create our first product. Click on create product. And I'm going to name this product as first aid course. I'm not going to fill in any description here. I'm going to keep it as a simple product, and I'm going to say this is a virtual product and it's for tutor, which means it's for a Tutor LMS course. Now you can have a course price and you can also have a sale price. You click on inventory here, give it an individual unique SKU code. I'm going to keep it as FBC. I don't need any stock quantity because this is a digital product, but I'm going to say that this product can only be purchased one item per order. Then we can scroll down. If you want some other options to be set, we can, but we do not need anything else. So we can come back here and click on publish this product. Okay, so WooCommerce product is ready. This means that we can go into Tutor LMS courses. We can go into the first paid course, scroll down, and now under the add product category, we can search for our product. And as you see, the first paid course is being visible. Let's click on it and let's update this product. Now I'm going to right click on this URL of the course and I'm going to open it in an incognito window. And as you can see, Now we have the price of the product and also the add to cart when a guest is going to visit this particular URL. Okay. And once they click on add to cart, it's asking you to sign up with a username and a password, or if you don't have, then it has the register now button. So now we have our free course ready, we have our paid course ready, and we have also linked it to a product. Okay. Now next, what we can do is go into our website and design each of the important pages that we need to. So I'm going to click on the name of the course, visit the site, open it in a new tab. And that brings me to the home page right now. What I'm going to do is click on the Edit with Elementor button, with which I can then design this particular page on Elementor. I'm going to right click, open it in a new tab. And that opens up the home page in a page builder. So I can scroll down, I can remove whichever parts I do not need. There will be a separate video on YouTube you can find, which shows you how to play around with Elementor and how to actually design individual pages with Elementor. But as you can see, every widget has been uniquely and individually available for you to either edit, delete, or you can click on this widgets tab and add any other element that you want. So we'll quickly scroll down, and I see here that there is this learn dash shortcode. But since we are not using learn dash, I'm going to delete this particular shortcode. And in place of it, I'm going to add the Tutor LMS course list. So I'm going to search for course list. And as you can see, there is this Tutor LMS widget available. I'm going to pull it and keep it below this inner section. And as you can see, we have the Tutor LMS available courses being displayed here. I can also give it certain margin by clicking on the advanced tab here, and I'm going to give it a top margin of 25 pixel. Keep it 10 pixels from the right, 10 pixels from the left, and 25 pixels in the bottom. Okay, so that gives me some space. Now, right now we can't see any image because we've not added a featured image to individual courses. That we can do by going into the backend, and under each course edit page, you have this option called set featured image. We can click on it. Then under the media library, you can select an image that you feel or want to add as the featured image, and you can set that. And then we can update this page. Similarly, I go back to the Elementor page here, and I'm going to update the Elementor design that I did. And then let's go back to our home page and let's refresh the home page. And let's scroll down, and you see that we are able to see our Tutor LMS popular courses as well. Okay. So that was the homepage design. I'm going to close the Elementor design page. I'm going to go into the all courses pages because this is the page where we should be able to see all the courses that we have. And once again, I see a learn dash shortcode here. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to add in the Tutor LMS all courses course list. Once again, I click with edit with Elementor, open it in a new tab. Find the Elementor, the widget for shortcode. I'm going to click on it, right click and delete it. And I'm on the widget selector or the widget finder. I'm going to select, write down course list. I'm going to pull in the course list and add in inside that particular section. And as you see, we have the course list available here. Now, you could come here and delete any section that you don't want. For example, if you don't want to see this section, just delete it. And we have this title called all courses. Below it, we'll be able to see our all courses. This course list as well, there are multiple styling options available. For example, if I don't want to see this footer element, I can just switch it off. If you don't want to show 3 columns, because right now we only have 2 courses, so I can make it 2 courses. That will distribute the available number of courses evenly. Then I'm going to click on update. Come back to the all courses page in the front end, and I'm going to refresh and see if my changes have taken place. And as you see, my changes have taken place. The next thing I want to do is I also want to add a featured image to my free course. So I go into the Tutor LMS courses in the backend, select the free course, go into it, Scroll down, and on the right side, I see the option for featured image. For this, I'm going to select this image, select it, click on update. Okay. Go into the front end, refresh the page, and make sure that the image is visible. So now when a guest comes into your website, goes into the all courses page, clicks on the free course, he's going to go into the free courses landing page. Similarly, if he goes into all courses and clicks on the first paid course, he'll be able to see the first course, the paid course landing page. So we designed the all courses page. Similarly, what you will do is go into About Us, Instructors, if you want a pricing FAQ page, and the contact page. So to keep this tutorial short, what I am going to do is go back into the back end, go to the pages, and I'm going to delete certain pages that I do not want at this point in time. So I'm going to remove the About Us page. I'm also going to remove the instructor page. I'm going to remove the pricing FAQ page. I'm also going to remove the sample page, and I'm going to say move to trash just for this tutorial. If you want to add pages, you just need to click the add new button, give it a name, and you can design it with Elementor. Okay. So once that is done, let's go back to the front end and see if these pages have disappeared from the menu. As you can see, the menu has become shorter now because we deleted a few pages. Now I only have the home page, the all courses page, and the contact page. So let's go into the contact page. And I want to design this page with Elementor as well. So that is the title for the contact page. Below that, we have this headline, a Google Maps, and also this form, which is going to enable your prospect to send you questions or comments or a message. Okay. This form has been built with the WP Forms plugin, which the Astra starter template downloads and installs by default. We are going to delete that because we are going to use the Fluent Form plugin. So let's scroll down the plugin page, and as you can see, WP Forms Lite has been downloaded. I will deactivate it. Fluent Forms is much better, and we are going to delete it. What we are going to do next is go into the Elementor page, and I'm going to refresh that Elementor page builder for the contact page. So now I am in the contact page. I'm going to refresh the page. And as you can see, the WP Form Lite has gone. What I'm going to do is click on Edit with Elementor. Here, I am going to select this particular widget. And below it, I'm going to add Fluent Form. I'm going to pull in the widget of Fluent Form and drag it below the text editor. And on the left side, I'm going to select a Fluent Form. Now, by default, Fluent Form has a contact form demo pre-installed. So I'm just going to select that for this tutorial. And as you can see, we have the same options available. You could click on it, go into the styling options, and you can select a lot of the styling options for each. For example, if I go into the input and text area, and if I want the borders to be changed, or I want the background color to be changed, I could give it a different background color. Okay. Or if I want the border to be different, I can give it a different border color, a different border radius, and I can say the border color must be yellow. Okay. Similarly, I could come down and change the design of the submit button as well. I can make sure that the button is in the center, change the color from blue to yellow, and you can play around with it. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to update the changes. Also, since this is an online course academy, I do not need the Google Maps widget. So I'm going to right click on it and delete it. So the Elementor page has been updated. I'm going to refresh on the front end and take a look at how the contact page looks like. Okay. So I'm happy with the design, basic design of my website. Now I want to make sure that people are able to buy my paid course. Also, when somebody fills in the contact form, I should be able to get a message. So those are other functionalities that we need to build now. Now we have the contact form ready. Let's go back to the back end of our website. And now we need to make sure that whenever somebody either fills in the contact form or completes an order, an email goes out from our website. And in order to do that, we've already installed the plugin called Fluent SMTP. Scroll down on the left sidebar, come into Settings, and click on Fluent SMTP. Now, as you can see, there are multiple ways that you can add a SMTP connection or an email outgoing connection to your website. I have Amazon Web Service, which is what I'm going to use for this particular tutorial, but you can connect SendGrid, Sendinblue, Mailgun, SparkPost, Postmark, and there are so many. Even if you have a Google Workspace account, you could also do that. So what I recommend is, if you do not have an account yet, I am going to link a tutorial later on, or search on YouTube for Sendinblue creating a free account. It's very easy. They give you 300 emails every day for free as the time of this recording, and you could easily avail that. You could plug in your Sendinblue SMTP API onto Fluent SMTP, and your website will start sending out emails. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on AWS. And here is where I'm going to fill in the details. I'm going to fill in my email ID. Then I'm going to give in name. And here I'm going to fill in the access key and secret key, which is what I have from Amazon SES. And once that is done, then this connection is going to be ready. So give me a few seconds while I fill this in. So my Amazon SES account has been set up. Now what I'm going to do is click on email test. I'm going to select admin, and I'm going to send to my dummy email ID a test email just to see if it is working. All right, it says email delivered successfully. I'll go to my Gmail and check it out. And as you can see, I have received an email from 5x. This is the test email. So our email functionality is working out properly. Next, what I want to do is go into Fluent Forms, which is where our contact form was built. Here is the contact form. I'm going to click on Settings, then click on the email notifications here. And as you can see, there is no notification. So what I want to do is I want to click on Add Notification. I want to create two notifications. Okay, one notification is going to be new admin. I'm going to send it to my own email ID. This is when somebody fills in the contact form. New contact form submission is going to be the subject name. What I'm also going to do is I'm also going to add in the email of the person who sent it into the subject name. This way, every subject name is going to be unique. Then under the email body, I am going to click on the add shortcodes here. I'm going to select all data, which is going to fill up the body of this email with everything that is contained within the contact form itself. Then I'm going to scroll down and save this notification. What I'm going to do is I am going to now duplicate this notification setting. This time I'm going to call it customer notification. And here the send to email is going to be the customer email, which is going to be the email that he fills in the contact form. So that is the email that it's going to be. The subject is going to be different. I'm going to is received. Okay, that is going to be the email subject line for the customer, and I'm going to say thank you for filling. Someone from our team. Totally. Okay, and this below that is going to be shown his form submission data. Once I do that, I'm going to save this notification, and our contact form is completely ready. So let's now take a look as an incognito browser, as a guest visitor, and see how our website looks like. So here is the home page. Looks okay. Let's go to the all courses page. Let's first sign up to the free course. And if we click on the Enroll Now button, it's asking, this is the tutor pop-up. It's asking if you want to register now, or if somebody is an existing account holder, then they can directly input their email address, password, and login. So let's click on register now. Now that goes to the student registration page. So here I'm going to give my dummy email ID. Now, as you see, there are some extra fields which are by default coming in the tutor login. For example, the username. Now these are frustrating experiences for a student, because if somebody already has the existing name, for example, let's say that the name is John Doe, okay? And if somebody has already selected the username as John, then the next person, if his first name is also John, and if he wants his username to be John, it's going to be difficult for him to choose. So then he has to pick up a random number or pick as John 1987. So this is not going to be an optimal experience, but regardless, this is still available for you to do. So let's click as John. I'm going to give my email ID. This is what I use for testing. And I can also give some password and register. And once I register, as you see, Tutor LMS is bringing me back to the course page, and it's already given me access to this free course. So let's click on Start Learning, and I will be able to watch through these videos. And as you can see, this is the spotlight mode of Tutor LMS. It's a completely distraction-free experience. Your learner can go through the different videos, and these are the topics, whereas these are the lessons. So he can go to the advanced topic. Under that is the next lesson for advanced. The time is being shown here. And whenever your learner completes your lesson, he can mark as complete and proceed to the next one. So I'm going to click on close, which is going to bring me back to the course page. And I also want to go back to the home page. So let me go to the home page. Let me go to the all courses page, and let's try out the paid course. So here I am in the paid course as a guest visitor, and I can see that the add to cart button is here. So I click on the add to cart, and I am taken directly to the cart page. Then I need to click one more time to go to the checkout page. And here in the checkout page, I can fill in the details, fill in the address that I have. Now, once again, the default layout of WooCommerce is not optimal, but still, yeah, this is the phone number. Let's keep the order, and let's make sure that I place the order. As you can see, it says that the order has been received, and the order has been received. Let me go to my email and check if I received any email notifications. So here I am at the email, and as you can see, I have received the default notification from WooCommerce. Let's also now go back to the all courses page, go to the paid course. Now I'm back to the course page, but I do not have access to the course. That's because I use the cash on delivery payment method. So let me go to the backend. And if I come into WooCommerce and orders, then as you can see, the status is in processing. What I need to do is I need to mark this as complete. And I'll mark it as complete manually. That's because I have used the cash on delivery payment system. If you are going to use Stripe or PayPal or any other payment integration, then this will automatically be marked as completed once your payment is received. So now that the status is complete, let me go to the front end and refresh the page. And as you can see, John has already got access to the paid course as well. So he can click on Start Learning, and he's going to come into the paid lesson page. So this is how you simply set up WooCommerce on WordPress, Tutor LMS. Everything that we have used here is completely free of cost, but it's not the most optimal funnel for conversion. But regardless, you do not need to spend a single dime if you're on a restricted budget in order to make an unlimited, fully functional course platform. Hey, I hope you had fun watching this video and you followed along with it and you were able to build your website. By the way, my team and I at 5x Sales Funnel help course creators and coaches build out their membership, course platforms, as well as a community platform. So if you would need additional help in setting up these pro plugins or setting up WordPress in general so that you can focus on your coaching and your course business, whereas we take care of the technical side of it, then look up us at our website and feel free to contact us and take a look at the services that we offer. I wish you all the best, and I'm going to see you soon in the next video with more advanced tutorials on WordPress. So like this video, share it along with a friend or two or another course creator, and also subscribe to this channel so you get regular updates on whenever we release a new WordPress update. So see you in the next one.